Okay, I think it's my time to do the speech. And first of all, I want to say that I really appreciate that our council member Tammy and Kim and also council member Cassidy Tracida are here to support me. I really appreciate it because of your relentless support. That's really kind of a drive for my campaign, and I will do my best. Try to get a position. So I can serve the whole community. I really appreciate it. And also, I start my speech. I really want to acknowledge some key people up here too. Before I forget their names. And I know it's always hard work, but I will do it first. And if I do forget your names, just name it, okay? And first, I want to acknowledge, some of our candidates, this time for the city council as well. And based on what I can see, first of all, I see for the District 1, and I think I have Melinda Liu there. Can you raise your hand? Okay, wonderful. So basically, I mentioned the name because all the people here will do very good job for the city of Irvine. I hope that after the speech, we all can mingle to know you guys can know them better. So that's we can work together to make Irvine better, And I think it's a very important team effort. And I can see that that's only for District 1 there. And also now come to the District 2. I see the William Go there, right? Can you raise your hand, William? Yeah. And also I see for the District 2, I also see the Jeff Stark there, yeah. Thank you, Jeff's over there, yeah. Really appreciate it, yeah. And I think Alex is leaving, yeah, so he's here. And I'm on the District 3, okay. And also this time we also have the District 4, and we have a very key person there. And I say Anne Grecian, okay. She's raising her hand, yeah, wonderful. And another person I want to acknowledge is Andy. I didn't see Andy. Andy, where's Andy? Can you raise your hand? Oh, Andy's here. That's very important because he's coming all the way from Northern California to support me. And Andy used to be the president of APAPA in California, and also now he serves as trustee of the Contra Costa County City Community College District Board. That's very good. He always helping the API population, to run the population. And that's wonderful. The work we also have to learn that. And I think that's the people I want to really acknowledge. But I also want to thank you for everyone to come over here and support me, because I think that's a very key moment in my life. And so I really appreciate all you come here. That's very, and that says a lot for me, for myself. So that's why I also want to share my story with you guys. So I think that I have to do something special for today, because you come here, especially people coming from those California for me. I think that's very, very important. So I brought 3 photos here, and for my start, my speech. So basically, 25 years ago, I landed in Detroit, Michigan. I never thought about the story. I never thought about what can happen today. And actually, the first place I went to is Cincinnati. I went to University of Cincinnati. So I brought 3 pictures to show to you guys. And this one is basically that's the dorm building. I stand in front of the dorm building to try to kind of see, get a memory to see, hey, I'm a student over there. And then I believe I brought $5,000 with me come to this country. That's the only thing I have, and I have to pay all the tuition. I have no scholarship there. It's hard. So I bought 2 things. One thing, is cars. It's Toyota Camry. That's my first car. Transportation. I know you have to, because you have to go to the grocery store, right? And you have to make some, maybe go to the Chinese restaurant, to work over there as a waiter, and you need the transportation. And the second thing I bought is a TV, because I know it's very important. I came to this country, I have to learn English. That's very important to understand the culture. Without the TV, it's really you cannot do that. So that's why I bought those 2 things, and I really appreciate my host family. They help me a lot, and they live in the Kentucky side, the other side of the Ohio River, and really helped me and brought me into that, the kind of like every holiday, they invited me to their home. And they taught me how to speak English. So I really appreciate it. And later on, I came to the UC Irvine, and I got my degree here. I got my degree from the Mirage Business School. And later on, just like people know that I raised a family here. I work as a realtor, going from every part of the Irvine. And that's all the thing there. I never thought about that. I can come to this far. I still remember that when I was in Cincinnati. That's the time. That is a presidential election between Al Gore and George Bush. I still remember that. So I watched that news very, very closely. I would say every day. After I finished my school, finished my work, I watched every day. Once the Supreme Court decided no count anymore, I still remember that moment. I just have to turn off the TV, and I would say, okay, you see, that's what I'm trying to say. Probably, and this is not the best country. Probably that time I don't care because I'm not a U.S. citizen. And I never imagined, but at this time, I do care. Shit. And I become U.S. citizen, and I want to vote for this country. So that's why I'm trying to say that, there's a lot of things you can never know. So you never lose your dream, and never think about you cannot do it. You can always do a lot of things you can never imagine. So for city of Irvine, and we also know that the city of Irvine has been, evolving a lot in the past. So a lot of things we know we also have to care about. So something I do care about is that I can see, as a realtor, I can see we have a lot of new buildings in the city. And I can see a little bit of imbalance growth in the city. So that's why I really want to bring the really balanced growth for this city to make sure every resident in this city will be taken care of. And we also know that living in Irvine is very expensive right now. I think for every single one. So that's one thing I want to work with our council members, closely. Make sure, we can make the Irvine more affordable. I think that's very important. And also, we know as city of Irvine, as a new city, we are very good in a lot of things. We are kind of a leader. I really want to think about the environmental issue is the next generation issue. So I want to make sure city of Irvine can be a leader in that sustainability. I know I'm going to work on a lot of different issues. That will be kind of 3 key issues I'm going to work on. And I hope that I'm going to get your help so we can make our city much better. And I just want to mention that, I should think about, how to build a city. Why I'm standing here. That's one thing I was thinking about last night. So I want to share 3 things with you guys. So first thing I want to share about is representation. I think representation is very, very important. I still remember that when I came to the UC Irvine, I made my first presentation. I didn't make my first presentation. I would say I prepare my first presentation. That's the one before we started classes. We randomly assign, and all the people are randomly assigned, 5, 6 people into one group, make a presentation for the whole night. And the next day you come over here to do the presentation. I remember that time, it's my first time to use the PowerPoint. And I have another, I think coming from China too, and we work very hard. We got staff there. We work very hard with all the staff there. And then the next day, it's time to do the presentation. I think that's because of language barrier, we never make the stage, even though we work very hard. At that time, I'm thinking about, because all the education I got is, you are Asian American, you are Chinese American, you want to be, so that model is working very hard. I think working very hard is very important, but make your voice heard is more important. So that's why I'm saying that you have to have the representation. That's just very important. That's why I want to come here, because in city of Irvine, I would say, AAPI community is already accounting for 45% of population of city of Irvine. So that's why I want to set up to represent that community, to make their voice heard. I think that's a very legitimate way for people to come stay up. And second thing I want to say is about compassion. Get your voice out is very important, but we also know that diversity is kind of character of the city of Irvine. So which means once we represent our community, but we also want to serve for all the community. I think that's very important. I just want to use one example to explain what I mean to serve all the community. And we all know that probably in 2 or 3 years, city of Irvine is going to have its own the city gym. How did that come over? So I want to mention that is some key person there. I want to mention that I think Miss Wang Wei. I think can you raise your hand, Miss Wang Wei? Oh, it's over there. Okay. And also Howie. Where's Howie? I cannot see you there. Can you raise your hand? Okay. Yeah. I think that's why they came over as the first group of people come over to try to contact the city to see this. Hey, we have so many badminton players here. We need to have some place for them to play badminton. I think the city listened. The city listened to that, and now The idea is that we're gonna have a gym, wonderful gym, I think next to the city hall. But not only for the badminton players, we're gonna have some volleyball there. We're gonna have a basketball court there, which means we have a different needs, different community there. We have to serve all of them together. Even the one idea coming from one community, but it can serve for the whole community. I was thinking about how about table tennis players, how about yoga, how about people want to do a little bit of meditation, right? We can have a lot of things to work on the gym. So that's I want to use that example to say even one idea originating from one community, but actually it can serve for all the community. That's always really depends on the leaders how you can really make your dream happen. And the last thing I really want to talk about is execution. I know we're all good people, and we want to make the city better, but I think execution is very, very important. And you all know that I run marathon. I have run 7 marathon, and my dream is 100. I can go to Europe. Run that famous one, 100 miles. That's my dream. I want to finish that one. And in the marathon world, in the runners world, we have one saying that if you want to run fast, run alone. If you want to run long, run together. So that's why I'm saying that it's very important to have the whole team to work together. That's why I'm depending on you guys. I hope that we can work together. We can run together. We can really make this campaign, the win. I think that's a great start there. So I just want to close. I want to appreciate everyone's coming here, and I would say this is kind of a starting point. I hope we can all work together and win this election. Thank you so much.